My name is Mark Kennedy. I'm president of Kennedy Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor in Calabasas, California. Tonight I'm at the Larry Elder Wealth Summit, and Larry Elder with KRLA AM 870 has sponsored this Wealth Summit and has brought folks like myself to come in and educate the audience on what they can do with their money and how to make their retirement grow and last. My role for my clients is to make sure that we develop a lifetime income plan for them so that they do not run out of money before they run out. We want to make sure that they have that as lifetime income. We want to make strategies as a part of that overall plan that also can take care of their family in case there's a long-term care need, and also to make sure that we have some kind of a tax plan around the overall retirement plan, because some of the greatest assets they might have are their 401k and IRA plans, but they're also the most tax toxic assets that they have as well. I think that today the low interest rate environment that we're in is really mind-numbing for a retiree. When you have treasury rates that are below 2% and you have the stock market that's extremely volatile, it's very hard for a retiree to really know where to go or what to do in retirement. So I think that's really the biggest challenge today, is kind of the environment that we're in. But you still, as a retiree, want to retire. So we have to make sure that we work with those variables and we make them work in your favor instead of against you. The thing that makes us different is we don't focus on just the market. We don't focus on just stocks and bonds. We focus on the entire retirement wealth management picture. I like to look at it kind of like a wheel going down retirement, and you have 4 different spokes in that wheel. One is a protection spoke, so we need to make sure that we have strategies for long-term care. We also need to make sure we have strategies for what I call tax insurance, to take care of all the taxes that will eventually be due on your IRAs and 401ks when you use them and when your kids inherit those. The second thing is we need guaranteed income within retirement, so we need to build a spoke for that. Then we also want to make sure that we have some conservative money in there as well, and on that conservative piece we like to focus on about a 60% bond split and about a 30% stock split, and the stock is generally dividend paying. And then the fourth spoke to that wheel is the moderate spoke, and on that spoke, that gives us total growth potential for the market. We could take a loss there as well, but since our clients don't need that money for years and years down the road because of the way we build the retirement income wheel, it's a very, very different type of plan, and it's a very safe plan compared to just putting your money all in the market. I've been doing this for 22 years. I've been really specializing on the retirement income side for about 14 years now, and we have a great track record with our clients. Building the retirement, like the retirement income wheel, it gives our clients a lot of flexibility, but there's also a lot of safety built in there as well, so they're not just at the exposure of the market. We also like to work with our clients on a budget and do the overall staged income plan part of it, which is also part of our service. Here's what I tell a person. Today, we're in a volatile market. We could be in a volatile market for quite some time. We've been in a volatile market for a while now. It could keep going that direction, but you still have to retire. So what I would say to that is that at this point, the market's going to go up, the market's going to go down. The way we build the retirement income wheel, it doesn't really matter, because in the longer run, we're not going to need that money that's in the volatile part of that strategy until years and years down the road. So we make sure we build enough safety and enough guaranteed income within the plan to make sure that we get you through retirement without having to rely on the market. People sometimes scoff at the A word, and I call that annuity, but used properly within retirement, annuities can be very, very helpful, and I think a very important component of the overall retirement income plan. There are annuities I would tell you to totally stay away from, but there are some very good annuities out there that if utilized the right way within a strategy, then it's okay. And what I like to do is ask people, what do they want their money to do for them? And most people aren't really focused on the growth component as much as the income component. If they're worried about income, then let's strategize the plan for income, and let's include a component in there that has guaranteed income for life, and that would be the annuity component. So typically we would use that as a stage 2 portion of the retirement income plan. The stage 1 portion would be conservative accounts, and the stage 3 or back end portion of the plan would be the moderate accounts. Going back to our 4 spokes, I think you have to have the protection component in there as well. The protection component would consist of long-term care strategies. Now a person may or may not want to buy long-term care insurance or even qualify, but we have to have some component inside the plan that can take care of that if something happens to them, so that they're not wiped out financially. The second component to that is what I call tax insurance. because most people, their second greatest asset after their home that they own is their 401k plan or their IRA. However, that is the most taxed asset. I call it a toxic asset within the overall plan. We need to make sure that we have tax strategy so that later on that money can go out to the people they love and care about, even including themselves potentially income tax free. So the person that's ideal for our firm is somebody that truly wants help, that wants a plan, that wants us to work with them with a budget. I just spoke to a gentleman and he said to me, he says, well, you know, our guy thinks that we're going to be okay. And I said, well, have you ever done a budget? And he said, no. And I said, well, then how can you tell me that if you don't even know what you're going to spend in retirement? So again, I think for us, it starts with a budget. We take that budget, we model that into an overall plan, and then we fill the plan with product. We don't do it the other way around. So the product component is the last part. We're not really worried about that. We're worried about on what are we trying to achieve and build, then let the product complement the plan, not let the plan complement the product. What I'd like to say to everybody is that retirement is achievable, but you have to have a plan around that. It's like building a house. You're not going to build a house without a blueprint or a plan. So you need to make sure that you have a plan for your retirement, and you need to make sure you have all the components of that plan. And the components are not just the stock market or just an annuity or just a life insurance plan. You have to have all the components. But you also have to realize how much you're spending, and you also have to realize what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And with that, I can help you out. The website is www.kennedywealthmgmt.com. Again, that's www.kennedywealthmgmt.com.